Meilah Daf Zayin. There's a concept by Pigol when somebody thinks about eating the carbon or doing Zrikas Hadam outside of its allotted time. If you think about a piece of meat, a piece of blood, that anyways is going to waste, there's no Isser Pigol. So therefore, if somebody thinks on an ullo, which is a sinew that runs through the neck of the animal, it's not substantial, it goes to waste, and he thinks Machshavas Pigol on that, it's not Pigol. The same applies to Dam Nishbachim, that is, blood that's spilled out of the klisharis onto the floor. The halacha is, you may pick it up and use it for zrika. But if the person has additional blood in his kli, and he's going to perform the zrika with that blood, but he thinks in his mind the pigol that he's going to do zrika with the blood that's on the floor, since anyways he's not going to be using it, it goes to waste, it's not pigol. This that we see that Rav Asi seems to say a lashon, that you do pigol on something that's avod and nisraf, from the lashon it's mashma that it went to waste. For instance, a dog ate it already and it's already burnt. The pshat is that he threw it to the dog, he threw it into the fire, but it's not consumed yet. And his thought is that on that piece of meat there should be pigol, and the halacha is it's not pigol because it's going to be wasted, it's going li'ibud. We know Rebbe Kiva holds that zrika accomplishes that if a piece of meat went outside of the Beis Hamikdash, there's no me'ilah. So the Gemara says that's only on meat, but not on blood. Reb Shimon, says the Gemara, asked the Zaken. He told the Zaken Rebbe Kiva's halacha that zrika works for yotzei. So the Zaken asked him, how's it possible? We're talking about meat that went outside of the Beis Hamikdash. It's possible. How in the world does zrika that you do inside the Beis Hamikdash accomplish and has an effect on this piece of meat that's possible? So he went and he asked, Reb Shimon asked Rebbe Kiva told him, you see that if somebody's chatas got lost and he replaced it with another chatas and then he found the original, and then he did shchita to both of them, as long as he didn't do zrika to either one of them, the blood of one has an effect on the blood of the other. So too, kavachomer bayas, the blood should have an effect on it itself, on a piece of that actual carbon that's outside of the Beis Hamikdash. Now Rish Lakish thought that the pshat is that the two karbanis, the two chatois, Rabbi Kiva is saying, have halacha as one. But Rabbi Yochanan proved him that that's not the pshat. Rabbi Yochanan said, if that's the case, if somebody replaced an asham, and he put one piece of carbon A on the mizbeach, and with carbon B he did zrika, the halacha should be, since they're one carbon, it should have an effect on carbon A, and you shouldn't have to take off that piece of meat from the mizbeach, and the halacha is you have to. Even in kachim kalim, the halacha is that if you put on a murim onto the mizbech before zrika, they don't come off. So certainly in this case, they shouldn't come off. Elamai, you see, it's not one carbon. The pshat is because if I want to do zrika from this animal, I can perform the zrika. And if I want to do it from this animal, I can perform. And therefore, that's why it works. Rabbi Yochanan tells Rish Lakish, he says a very interesting lashon. Kitzatz tanun l'ragloi di'enuka. I chopped off the feet of this youngster, referring to Rish Lakish. Says the Mishnah, as we had already a few times in this Masechta, the zrika that you do on kachim kachim is actually a mekel. There's a kula, because up until that point of zrika, the kachim kachim are asur b'me'ilah, and from that point on, it's mutter. It has the reverse effect on kachim kalim. Kachim kalim are mutter to the bailam. You're not over me'ilah. I shouldn't say mutter. You're not over me'ilah. And from zrika on, the imurim become asur. And both of them, the zrika is a chumrah, because once you perform zrika, it becomes asur in pigol, noisar, and tameh. Now, when the meat is mutter for consumption, for a kayin that is by kachim kachim after the zrika, or for Yisrael, it becomes mutter by kachim kalam. When it becomes mutter, it means there's completely no isser at all. It's not just pshat, there's no mi'ilah, but there's isser, there's no isser at all. Now that's mashma in the Mishnah, that there's no mi'ilah, but there is isser, that's only in one case. In one situation, that's the case of yotzei. If the meat goes outside of the Beis Hamikdash, even according to Rebbe Kiva, who holds that the zrika has an effect on that piece of meat that went outside the Beis Hamikdash, it only has an effect to the point that there's no mi'ilah, but it's certainly usher to consume and must be burned. Have a wonderful day.